Good morning. Today we're working on lesson 109. It's April 21st. I'll go ahead and work through these problems for you and get this sent to you so that you can have it this morning. Problem number 1, find 3 fractions equivalent to 2/3 by multiplying 2/3 by 2/2, 3/3, and 10/10. So let's go ahead and work through that here. I've got it written down. So it wants us to tell them, and it has options on there, so it's multiple choice, what 2/3 is equal to. So here we have 2/3 times 2/2. So 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 2 is 6. So it's equivalent to 4/6. So that's one of them. So write it up here and put a comma. Next one is times 3/3. So 2 times 3 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. So our next one is 6/9. So I'd write that up here. And then our last one is over here by multiplying 2/3 by 10/10. 2 times 10 is 20. 3 times 10 is 30. So our last one is 20/30. So I'll write it here. So if you look at those, we can go ahead and go to our worksheet and find the bubble next to the same fractions and click on it. So that's number 1. Our next one is practicing what we did yesterday, that is the distributive property. So it's when we have a problem. So our problem is 5 times 63. This is number 2. So to make it easier for us to do in our head, we do the distributive property, which then turns it into 5 times 60 plus 5 times 3. So we know that 5 times 6 is 30, and add our 0, and that 5 times 3 is 15. So we add these two numbers together, and we can quickly and easily figure out in our head that 5 times 63 is 315. So that's our distributive property, is going 5 times 60 and 5 times 3, and then quickly adding to do that, make this an easy mental problem that we can do in our head. All right, moving to number 3, find the median of this set of numbers. So give me just a second to write all of those numbers down. So number 3, we have 60, 80, 80, 80, 90, 90, 95, 100, and 100. Now the median is the middle number. So let's count up our numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 9 numbers. So we'll find the middle number, which is the 5th number. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So our median is 90. So that's a really simple, easy one. Now we have the same set of numbers, and it wants us to find the range. To find the range, we take our highest number and we subtract our lowest number. So we'll go 100 minus 60. Now I know you can do that, so I'll let you do that and plug that answer in for number 4. So number 4 is 100 minus 60. Now I realize I'm going fast because I'm trying to keep this video somewhat short. So if you need to pause it to write down your answers and your number, please do so. All right, we'll go ahead and move to number 5. Oh, number 5 is the range. Number 6 is subtracting fractions. We have 8/12 minus 3/12. Now, on this, we will keep our same denominator, so we can just move our 12 right over. So for our numerator, our top number, you'll just go 8 minus 3. I think you can figure that one out on your own. You're doing awesome. Keep up the good work. So that's number 6. Number 7, how many faces does a rectangular prism have? So if you remember, a rectangular prism has a rectangle. This isn't perfect. I'm not an artist. But you can see a rough drawing, and the dotted lines there would be the back side. So how many faces? So right here you have 1, 2 on the ends, and then you have 4 for the 4 different sides. So what is 4 plus 2 will tell us how many faces. Now let's make sure we label faces. Now it's not great handwriting upside down, but 4 plus 2 equals how many faces for a rectangular prism? All right, now mark all the shapes in a rectangular prism for number 8. So you can see over here we would have a square. Right here in the front face we have a rectangle. And it asks about triangles, circles, and rhombuses. Now remember that a square is also a rhombus. So on number 8 you're going to have 3 answers you need to mark. Now that's all of our problems for today. There are just 8 problems. So remember, I'm going to write that down. 8 has 3 answers. Now when you're finished, make sure you press the submit button, and I will see you tomorrow for our video.